Tiger Woods is back in headlines for more than the crash itself. The newest public question is why one of the most recognizable athletes in sports still has not hired a driver. And according to a source who spoke to People, the reported answer comes down to privacy and Woods' belief that he is still fine to drive himself. That explanation surfaced only days after his latest DUI arrest in Florida. On March 30th, 2026, Woods was back in the spotlight after that source-based explanation appeared following his March 27th rollover crash near his home on Jupiter Island. Before we go further, please subscribe, like, and share to support Starline Daily for more verified celebrity updates and trending entertainment news. According to the Martin County Sheriff's Office, Woods was driving his Land Rover on a two-lane road when he tried to pass a work truck pulling a trailer, clipped the trailer, and rolled his vehicle onto its side. Authorities said Woods crawled out of the passenger door, and no injuries were reported to Woods or the other driver. He was later charged with DUI, property damage, and refusal to submit to a lawful test, all misdemeanor charges. Investigators also said alcohol did not appear to be involved. Sheriff John Budensiek said Woods showed signs of impairment, passed a breath test showing no alcohol, and refused a urine test that could have detected drugs or medication. That detail matters because it shaped the public conversation almost immediately, not just what happened in the crash, but whether Woods should still be behind the wheel at all. That is where the new reporting enters the story. According to the source cited by People, Woods has previously declined to hire a driver because he values privacy, does not want someone watching over him or knowing where he is going, and believes he is capable of driving on his own. The same report says he prefers a quiet life centered around home, his children, golf, and staying out of the spotlight. Importantly, this was not presented as a public statement from Woods himself, and his representative did not comment. That distinction is important for any documentary-style coverage. What is verified is the arrest, the crash, the charges, and the sheriff's description of the incident. What is only publicly reported at this stage is the reason Woods reportedly will not hire a driver. So the story is not that Woods publicly explained himself. The story is that a source close enough to speak to People has now offered a reported explanation, and that explanation has become part of the wider reaction to the arrest. This is also not the first time driving concerns have become part of Woods' public story. In 2017, he was arrested in Jupiter, Florida, and later pleaded guilty to reckless driving after saying the incident involved an unexpected reaction to prescribed medications, not alcohol. That earlier case remains a major reason the latest arrest is receiving such intense attention now. The timing adds even more weight. Just days before the crash, Woods had returned to competitive action in the TGL Finals, his first competition since missing the cut at the 2004 British Open. He said he had been trying to get himself ready for the Masters, which begins April 9th after working back from a ruptured Achilles and lumbar disc replacement surgery. In other words, he had only just re-entered the public sports conversation when this new legal issue overtook everything. That is why the driver question has landed so hard. For some viewers, it is about privacy. For others, it is about judgment, safety, and whether a star with Woods' resources should have made a different decision long ago. But based on the public record so far, there is still no direct on-the-record explanation from Woods himself about that choice. And there was no immediate response from his representative in the reporting tied to this latest story. As of the latest available reporting, it is still not clear when Woods will be arraigned. The legal case remains active, and the clearest confirmed public status is that he was arrested on March 27th, released later that day after the required hold, and still faces misdemeanor charges tied to the crash. The defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. As of the latest available information, proceedings are ongoing. For now, the most important takeaway is this: the arrest is confirmed, the charges are confirmed, and the reported reason Woods will not hire a driver is now part of the public conversation, even though it comes from an anonymous source, rather than from Woods himself. The next question to watch is whether Woods addresses that issue directly, or whether the legal case continues to define the story on its own. Thanks for watching Starline Daily, and thank you for your support.